Well, hello, my friends. It's another day in the gulag with your boy FG. I'm gonna go make myself a coffee and we're gonna get to it. So I'll be right back in a few minutes. You children, sit tight, be nice to each other. And yeah, we're gonna go over this gulag. Let's get it. What's up, guys? Gano? Good to see you, man. Keep the gropers in check for me, mate. Yo, how's everybody doing? Hope you guys had a good day today. Man, so I decided to switch up how I'm doing the push-ups, man. I'm gonna be going live, man. I'm gonna be going live on Instagram. There's an echo. I got an echo. Oh, okay, got you, man. Do I sound okay? Yeah, man. So I'm gonna be going live on Instagram as many days as I can, doing my burpees and push-ups and stuff, so that way you guys can actually join me. So far I've done a pretty good job of doing it around lunchtime, West Coast. I don't really think I want to be on a fixed schedule, but if you do catch me on an Instagram live, go ahead and feel free to join me. Okay, let me turn my mic up a bit. I hear you guys, I hear you guys. Okay, is this better? Mic's on like max volume now. I'll turn the desktop volume down a bit. Okay, cool. Yeah, so if I do my push-ups via live on Instagram, I can download the video, post it on YouTube, and boom, there's a 20-minute video that I can post every single day to my YouTube. And I'm gonna get better at like talking about the markets while I'm doing the burpees, but not gonna lie, I'm so dizzy doing those things that like I sound kind of retarded talking about markets while doing burpees, but I'm gonna get better at it. That's part of the challenge of doing burpees, is it's this step-by-step compound movement, uses a lot of brain power to get through what I've been doing. So it's been sharpening my mind, and it's been changing me, like altering me on a chemical level. So yeah, just nothing too new, but it's a little easier for me than like editing down a reel and like a short or whatever. So I'm gonna continue posting the proof of work. It just may take different forms. So right now I'm kind of enjoying doing those Instagram lives. So follow NickCipher on Instagram if you want to keep up with the workouts. But I'll also be posting them on YouTube. And I also went, I tried to do some shopping for an SUV for my mom. She doesn't live in the same city as me, but I ended up just sending her a wire transfer. Her and my grandma are gonna go pick out her dream car. And so your boy FG bought his mom an SUV, so I got that going for me. That made me feel really good today. That's been like a goal of mine to do something like that for my mom. So like it was a good Mother's Day. You know, just happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. I looked at my situation, I was like, damn, like I can do this and I should do this, and I feel so blessed. I feel so blessed to be able to do that for my mom. So yeah, that's a super duper flex. So when I woke up today, I was looking at the Bitcoin price and we shot up, and in my VIP I was talking about how like I was thinking that there could be a long here, right? Because we see the price trending up and we saw the waves trending up, but then I put an anchor on the 1st of May over here on May 1, and I noticed that we were still under the May anchor when I posted that in the VIP. So I had to do a second follow-up post in my VIP and say that, man, if this is gonna pump, it needs to come over the May anchor. And it did. So we got a candle close over that anchor, and it did shoot up after that. So the May anchor, this green line, gave us a little bit of a propulsion, a little bit of a move, almost 3% before it already tired out pretty quickly. But for me, the major resistance right now is there's not much anchored VWAP, volume weighted resistance overhead currently. Might be a little bit of a cool off because we just got the daily reset, but ultimately I think that our main resistance is going to be the April anchor, this red line placed on April 1st, all the way back here, which marks Q2, quarter 2. It's our bearish quarter that we've been in. So that's, to me, is the ultimate resistance that we're going to have to contend with. But on the flip side of things, if you're bullish right now, we really need to hold that green anchor. We got to hold that May anchor line, currently sitting at 61,360. This is where we really need to stay on top to maintain bullish. If we break this line, it's likely that we go back down to the year-to-date anchor, currently sitting at around 59,593.5. So I haven't followed up on the chats, but let's see who we got in here. Gazgano, good to see you, bro. Peanut, Arc Signal, Man Bear Pig, Anthony, Red Elephant, Anthony. Oh, I said Anthony. Turbo Daddy, good to see you, man. Hope everything's good with you, man. James Roy, Steve P. Stay plugged in because we're gonna do a giveaway in a little bit here. I'm gonna use you guys for a little bit of engagement, and then I'll do a little giveaway for you guys. Spread some of the love. FG's been feeling generous lately. Manber Pig says, I closed my long for that pump and shorted already. Nice, man. So I'm happy for you to take profits. I'm glad you caught this pump here. If we look into the smaller time frames, let's see what happened around the intraday VWAP. So the white volume weighted average price. Looks like on the 15-minute, a lot of bull divs that like kind of just resulted in sideways. But it looks like eventually we got kind of like a little bit of hidden bullish divergence where the waves are kind of trending down here, but the price held firm, and so you get a bit of that disagreement between the price and the oscillator. Not the strongest wave reading on the 15-minute, but once you get over not only the intraday VWAP but the May anchor, you can see how things really popped off there. Let's check the other time frames. Yeah, interestingly enough, it was hidden bullish divergence that shot Bitcoin up. Like, see how price pretty much holds firm here, and the waves create that lower low. You expect to see standard div, you know, at a little bottom like this. But yeah, it was a little hidden divergence, kind of harder to spot. Looks like the standard divergence played out a little bit earlier. Looks like you got this kind of upward curvature with the blue waves on the 1 hour chart, and it just took a little bit of time for that to play out. I do see some basic strategy here where like if you, on this 1 hour chart, if you were to extend this money flow uptrend out, you would have expected a long to play out up to this point, but it didn't really pan out like that. It kind of bled, I don't know, it kind of just like grinded you out sideways and then popped up. So yeah, not the cleanest pump, kind of like an airplane bouncing on the runway trying to lift off. But I was happy to see the Bitcoin price over its May anchor. This is, you know, a pretty bullish place to be, but am I super bullish? Not necessarily, because once again, we're not over the Q2 anchor. We're still in this big downtrend, you know, ever since like March. Still in that overall downtrend, so the cards just aren't stacked in the bulls' favor. Still a pretty bearish environment, even though we are over the year to date, and the hope of a bullish year is still a possibility. We just simply aren't 8 mode until we can overcome that Q2 anchor sitting at around 64,884.5. The more time that goes on, the lower that line gets and the easier it does get to break out. But Bitcoin really has to do something, you know, relatively soon, or else these anchors really start to curve down on us. So nothing wrong with closing the longs, taking a little long scalp. Why? Because the anchors are in a very sideways posture. You're not really gonna miss anything too crazy, you know? I mean, you're just simply, nothing crazy is going to happen until our anchors are in a more upsloping kind of posture. Like, once the anchor starts sloping up like this, any of them, that's when you get that those explosive candles, right? So we're just simply not there. It's a sideways anchored VWAP environment. It means longs and shorts are pretty much evenly stacked against each other. In fact, the shorts have an advantage because we look at the upper time frames here, and you guys still got a bearish 2-week, you still got a bearish monthly. 5-day, your yellow oscillator seems to be trying to trend up, but the blue waves, the momentum waves, and your RSIs have not curved up yet, so it's too early to call any kind of hope on that time frame. 2-day, looking a bit hopeful. The yellow oscillator crossed up. RSIs do seem to be trying to curve up, and you got this kind of otter paw Alexo wave, you know. On the daily, this is like definitely a bullish looking wave, you know. Like for the daily to see waves like this, you see a green dot all the way down here, and then you see a green dot that's way higher up, right? That should be like an uptrend in blue wave momentum. And so it is possible that there's a grassroots campaign, you know, bringing us back up to the Q2 anchor. That's what I saw this morning. It inspired me to do my burpees, man. I was like, oh, that looks kind of hopeful, you know. So I was looking at the daily there. Despite the money flow bleeding out, you know, it could be just a small little money flow wave, but as you guys know, we have those big bearish signals flashing on the big time frame. So man, who knows how bad this daily money flow has to get? Who really knows, man? Not until we see this really curving up that things look more hopeful. But if anyone's tuning in, just know that if you're bullish right now, 61,488 is the level Bitcoin needs to hold to maintain this little bullish oomph that we've gotten in the last day. Definitely a nice little follow through. Like, you get this little bullish candle, you get the green candle follow through, right? And then you get the bigger follow through. So you get the bullish candle, you get the candle that confirms it as bullish, and then boom, you go long, and the next candle is a long scalp. So whenever you see a candle indication, whether it's bullish or bearish, let the next candle confirm it, and then usually it'll play out more. Plate the Great says anchor trigger on the daily. It's not really an anchor trigger, really. It's technically an anchor trigger because, like, you get the sub -60 wave, right? And then you come up and you do get the higher green dot. But I like trigger waves that are a part of completely separate waves entirely. Like, I would like this to come over the 0 line, come down, Plate the Great, and then give us a more convincing wave kind of farther out in the future for a more mature anchor trigger situation. This is kind of a steep uptrend in blue wave momentum that I know that the bulls probably aren't going to be able to maintain. This is like an uptrend that's likely going to break, leading us to a more convincing trigger wave in the event of a bullish scenario. So that's kind of a steep, it's a little too steep. I don't really buy it. Yeah. Overall, a very indecisive area in the markets because you got the bearish quarter weighing you down, and a bullish year to date pushing you up. So the price loves being here. It's super comfy. It's just eating months like Beavis and Butthead, man. Bitcoin is like Beavis and Butthead sitting on the couch, getting lazy. Bitcoin needs to get motivated. The people in the crypto space need to get motivated. They need to not get lazy, and we got to be working harder, man, to get these prices up. Everyone should have been doing these push-ups, man. We would have pumped the price. Kalechi Ogucha says this mini range is a scalping frenzy. It totally is. I've been calling that it's scalping environment for months now, and that has proven to be true. When the anchors are sideways, you are really trading these key levels up and down, not getting attached. You're not an ape, but you're not a doomer, right? You're just trading it. BTC's trying to grind people out. And so, as hopeful as this daily indication is, you guys got to remember that the big time frames still don't have our back, you know? And also, there are some things to be concerned about. I like this website, The Block, by the way. I was able to look up the net flows. This is a point of data that I really love. Like, what are the net ETF flows looking like? Looks like as of today, the net ETF flows are slightly negative. Nothing too crazy, but slightly negative. Negative 84.7 million. So back on May 3rd, they actually got pretty high. We got up to almost 500 million in net positive flows. But now we have some slight outflow. And so ETF demand overall is not going to push us up. Not until this changes. And the miners are having a hard time. I heard somewhere, I don't know the exact amount because I'm not a mining expert, but I heard somewhere someone said to mine one Bitcoin, it's like $53,000 worth of power. That's so much money, man. So the margins are thin. They got even thinner after the halving. And this article is saying a Bitcoin sell-off likely looms large as token miners face pressure to offload their holdings amid a steep revenue drop-off. Crypto research and analytics firm shows. It says the halving is typically a selling event for miners. And interestingly enough, their other revenue stream, the transaction fees, have been taking a hit too. So, yeah. Mining companies such as Marathon Digital, which holds 1.1 billion worth of Bitcoin, they only need to sell a fraction of that to create a dramatic market move to the downside. There's a record low historic number of Bitcoins on exchanges, so even though it is easier to pump it, that means it's also easier to dump. And so, you know, these things are not good signs that are, you know, nothing's really, there's no backup, man. You know, we're waiting for price to, once price is bullish, then price will get more bullish. That's like, we're basically just waiting for bullish price to get more bullish. If it goes up, we're basically just waiting for Bitcoin to perform, and then we'll bet on its performance more. It's kind of a funny state to be in, man. And you know, when it comes to these flows, the ETFs, they're just aping like we are, man. When the price is down, they're outflowing. When the price is up, they're inflowing. So they're just ebbing and flowing along with us. This is not really a leading indicator of much. Pretty much just following along with the market. So, yeah, so that's pretty much where I'm at with Bitcoin. Now, when we look at the S&P is hitting a little bit of a snag here as we approach its all-time high. I see if this can pinch over, this is actually looking a little bearish divergent, that yellow wave on the 8-hour looking to come down. What about the daily? Yeah, so the yellow wave is looking to cross zero here. So I'm anticipating a red dot forming here on this wave, which would give this a kind of soft bear div. Not that this can't lead to a whole nother big blob of blue wave momentum like this, but there's just going to be some short-term turbulence up here on the S&P, and there's a long way down that the S&P can go while still remaining a strong posture. So it has a lot of room to breathe. It shot up quite a lot. It could dump all the way back down to its Q2 anchor and still be very healthy. So we could see like a 2% dump on the S&P, and it would still hold some bullish structure. But I'll be following this throughout the week, this S&P chart. Money flow is still looking strong. RSI is tightening back up. Just a little bit of turbulence here on the daily and 2-day. Looks like maybe this wave wants to pinch over or something. And this isn't the right NASDAQ chart. But the NASDAQ also over its anchor. Looking looking very similar to the S&P. Shot over the Q2 sentiment, hitting a little snag. Looking for a re-entry at some point. Hopefully it comes down, settles on that Q2 sentiment. The volume weighted average price is down there, and then it could continue up. And or not. We'll have to monitor that. The volume is in the bull's favor in the traditional markets, but that is no promise. This could come down and slice back down through those anchors, and things could shift really quickly into a larger downtrend, which would be bad for cryptos. So yeah, I don't really have any way of telling if this is this the good men below deck being sacrificed on the Titanic so that the party above deck can continue on for a few more minutes? Are they shoveling the coals and pumping the flooded waters so that we can taste the fake bread and sip the fake wine just a little bit longer before a larger correction? I'd say we can't really be that, we can't have that much doom in our hearts until we are like actually below these anchors again. Right now we should actually be a little bit hopeful for the traditional markets because they're over Q2. That is a pretty strong spot to be in. So another chart that I love to look at is the ETH BTC chart. Just going down and down and down, man. Really struggling with its Q2 anchors. False breakout, gets shot back down. Looking for these RSIs on the weekly. So these the weekly is not, we're just not going to see anything until this comes over 12. So you could put a little alert on your weekly ETH BTC. If these RSIs do come over the 12 level, you might be seeing the bearish strength waning, and we may see a resurgence of this ETH BTC chart if the RSIs can come back over 12. And we would want to see the money flow begin to trend up on the weekly, but yeah, the weekly is not looking good. We are completely oversold and staying down there until further notice, until RSIs come over 12, until the blue waves give us a confirmed bull div, which we would get if this can turn up and not fall below -60 on the weekly. You do have a bull div that extends into like January of next year. So yeah, we're going to keep watching ETH BTC. If this does round out and we hit this like divergent bottom here, it could be the start of something good. But we also thought it was the start of something good when ETH BTC shot up out of its Q2 anchor for a second, and then it disappointed us. So yeah, man, I feel bad for the ETH tards out there, man. Still not the time quite yet. And you know, doing this institutional dirty work of saving ETH down here, catching this knife, you're almost better off waiting for this whole structure of the market to look way better. Like the price has got to come all the way up to like damn near 0.06 for you to even consider some sort of like momentum long play on ETH. It just has a long way to go before you're like, there's bullish cards stacked in your favor for this pair here. looking at Solana BTC. Struggling to get over its April anchor. That's this red line right up here. Looks like we had a little break out of the gulag, but we're struggling to get out. We did get a kind of a bullish daily candle. This has to see some follow through. We need the Sol BTC chart has to come over and confirm that bullish candle. If it's a red candle, then it's kind of invalidated, and you'd be looking for this to come back down to this kind of rising support level here, potentially even one of these previous anchors. Let's slap a year to date on this shit and see what it looks like. Oh, got you. Okay, so here's the year to date, this green line here. Interestingly, the year to date and the quarter two on Sol BTC have congealed. They're like one almost in complete unison. So there's a lot of volume, weighted average. This is a really important level for Sol BTC to hold. Like wherever it goes from here, it might rip, just because both of these AVWAP sentiments have conjoined for different reasons. You know, this anchor generated and then saw some considerable drawdown, and then came up a bit, so now it's flattened out. This one has been all over the place. It got drawed down, drawed up, drawed down, drawed up, drawed down. So, but overall, the market has found like homeostasis around both these anchors. So Sol's right where it should be, but it's just not going to remain there for long. I honestly can't even make a call on Sol BTC at this point. This is very like, I gotta see how price responds to these anchors to make a call on Sol BTC, not gonna lie. It's not as cut and dry as ETH BTC. D-Crypto says, thanks for all the live streams and love the push-up and burpee videos. Yeah, man, I'm gonna get better at talking about the markets on those burpee videos, and I mean, you guys already know I'm consistent. I'm on day 92, unbroken. I'm just built different, man. Makes me smile, man. I wake up every day and I'm like, damn, I'm a savage, bro. My mind is living in the future, man. All I can imagine is this future where Bitcoin's 100K and I'm just a giga chad, man. And glory, market glory, and all my people it's just market nirvana for all of us, man. It's like good times. The best times are coming. Everything is still on its way. You guys got to stay strong and keep the faith. Stay positive. Mickey says, you're in shape, bro. Just get some more oats in the diet. Made a huge difference for me. Gonna make you leaner. You think the oats will make me leaner, bro? I've been eating a lot of meat. Yeah, I think I'm just, like, I eat good foods. It's just I eat a lot of protein. I just eat a hell of a lot of protein because I don't want to, like, not gain muscle. Like, I take my recovery very seriously. Like, I sleep really good, eat a lot of protein and shit, and so, like, I know I'm hitting 200 grams a day of protein, so maybe that makes me overeat calorically. Got you, Mickey. Got you, man. I'm gonna eat more oats. Some steel cut oats. Jackoff says eggs. Man, I'm on the eggs. I've been eating a lot of eggs already. I've been on some good supplements too. Creatine, fiber, fish oil. I got a men's multivitamin. But man, I should have my own supplement brand, bro. I gotta get on that shit. I gotta step my merch game up. I gotta be shilling supplements because I'm basically a fitness channel at this point. So man, like, I hope that I'm not even gonna think about losing subs because I'm too Bitcoiny for the burpee people and too burpee-ish for the Bitcoin people. It's like, you're either with me or against me. You're either on this 100 push-up a day thing and you love Bitcoin, You just got to be open to both of these realities. I have a feeling that one day my truth will prevail. That 100 push-ups a day and believing in Bitcoin is the way, you know? So I just live by that every day. Eventually, I'm gonna have 1 million subs of a bunch of Giga Chads who think like me. Dude, we need some MC supplements, because when you're at the charts, it's all mental, right? So we should be selling you guys like some NAD plus and creatine, and like we should just be like selling all sorts of shit to help your brain stay in shape so you can trade better. But that's NickCipher brand, you know. We don't have to put that on the MC website. That's up to me to get my own stuff off the ground and get out from under my brother's skirt, man, you know. But I'm so grateful to my brother for you know, letting me be a part of MC ever since the beginning, right? I've been in the community, making the memes, running the operations for so long. You know, I didn't have to flap my wings and be my own personality and shit. That's just a part of, like, as you grow up, you're like, man, if you ain't the man, then what are you doing, man? So, yeah, man, some NickCipher merch and supplements coming soon, bro. That's gonna be my angle. I'm gonna buy my mom a house off that shit. So, looking at the Dixie. Dixie kind of like looking like on the weekly, still like it needs to cool off. You see a reduction in the blue waves. Dollar strength. Definitely looking mid. You know, it's not looking super strong. If anything, it's looking, yeah, looking, I guess, a little neutral. Wait, what does it look like on the daily here? This could turn up. This money flow wave could, in theory, turn up. Those RSIs are falling, though, and gaped. When we look at the 6 hour, you do see a curvature upward of blue wave here. But have the RSIs fully come down? No. So while this does look bullish, I believe that there's more correction left in the Dixie. And you gotta see more, like, deep RSI, like back here. You know, like that RSI that's like under the 12. We gotta gape more. I gotta see more gaping action, man. All right, let me see. Let's look at these altcoins here. Looking at the crypto bubbles. Nightshade, good to see you in, man. Went over a lot of stuff, man. Went over Bitcoin, ETH BTC, Sol BTC. We covered it all, man. You missed everything, bro. It's too late for you now. Holy smokes, man. Look at these meme coins, bro. Oh my gosh. All the top performers today are memes and AI. It's like not even a contest, bro. If you're not in memes and AI, you're messing up. Look, Pepe, Floki, Doge, Dog with Hat, Bonk, Render. This is all AI and memes. That's crazy, man. Let's look at the Pepe chart. Pepe really playing by the rules on this Q2 anchor, actually seeing bullish price action on top of the quarter. Wow, I'm shocked. I'm so used to Bitcoin coming up over these anchors, like over here, and like Buzz Lightyear failuring. It's like, oh, Bitcoin, you're just a toy. Meanwhile, Pepe over here is performing as it should. It finds some support on its Q2, and you actually see the follow through. I love it, man. Let's see here. Man, dang, look at the weekly, like, regaining runaway train status. This is kind of big, man. This is a big deal for the blue wave to have fallen below the 60 line. And now we're creeping back over it, and your RSIs are going back up there too. Yellow oscillator still got a ways to go. might be some bullish action on the Pepe. It's pretty high up, man. The Pepe's been going nuts, man. It feels bad telling you guys that I'm bullish when it's so high up, but it's on top of the quarterly and the year-to-date anchors. The volume, the bullish volume, the cards are stacked. When Pepe ETF, Dean says, dude, you're so right, man. What's funny is that there was like hundreds of Pepe coins. It was like sperms going to the egg. Just imagine all these little frog memes like dashing toward the egg, and like only one Pepe coin made it, and this is the Pepe coin that made it, and he became like the ultimate meme coin. Man, it reminds me of like myself, man. Like at one point I was just a little sperm wriggling around, and like I was the one who made it, bro, out of millions. I love Pepe. But yeah, the good old days. Yeah, man. Things were easier back. Actually, that was the hard life, bro. That was the hard life. I bet as a little sperm, I was like doing burpees in there. Like, I never changed, bro. I was always built different. Alright, looking at Floki. Let's put some anchors on Floki. Let's put, we'll put an April anchor. Got that down already. Let's put the year-to-date up there. Yeah, look at Floki. Man, these meme coins really leading the charge, bro. Find some support on the year-to-date. Trade around in that range in the gulag, you know, in a respectable fashion. You got to go through hard times to earn the good times. We pump over, and now it looks like something's happening. The volume's in the Bulls' favor. As long as we stay over that yellow Q2 anchor there. Yeah. Gazgano, thanks for shouting out MC, man. Yeah, if you guys are interested in NickCipher, make sure you use my affiliate link in the description. If you think my analysis is helpful and I've revolutionized like the way you look at markets and stuff, definitely use my affiliate link. And get on board with the greatest tool. We took the cryptocurrency space by storm, but you use this stuff for all the markets, man. What was the market that pumped today, man? We just had AMC. Was it AMC that pumped today, or was it GameStop? I couldn't remember. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was AMC, all right. Yeah. Don't feel any shame about missing this one, guys. I mean, don't feel any shame, because that was some dirty work, man. That was some dirty work. Being under all these anchors and shit, like, you could have knife catched, but yeah, it's a big move, but at the same time, like, you would have had to been watching this completely dead, like, badly performing stock. It did kind of form some traction on its quarterly anchor here, for certain, and then it pumped up over it in a very sharp fashion, but it did leave a big gap, so it's like you would have been doubting it at that point, and then it just continued up. So it's like, I don't know, man, it's like, definitely we got to recognize this happened, but don't feel bad if you missed that shit, because there wasn't many cards stacked in your favor, bro. I don't even know what kicked it off. Jack off, was it a tweet, bro? Was it really a tweet that pumped the price, man? They kicked off the alt season. Oh, okay, so both these stocks kicked off the alt season. Hey, you see some altcoins pumping today too. That's interesting, man. Let's look at GME. Let's look how GameStop came back. This is roaring back to life. Holy smokes. So let's see what happened around these anchors, man. Oh, wow. A really nice bounce off the quarterly anchor there. A bit of a risky play, because you would have had to been, you know, long in the midst of a very bearish year. Who would have known that it would have come back this quick, right? The shame of dumping your GameStop at these lows. This asset is just in it to humiliate people, man. But yeah, I mean, you see why this shit popped off. We came back over that Q2 sentiment, and that was enough to send us where? Straight up to the year to date. We pump over the year to date, well shit, the volume's in the bulls' favor. So yeah, it's like happening in a very accelerated time frame. But all the ingredients were there for this move to happen around these volume weighted anchors. Very cool, man, very cool. Looking like and look, it even went kind of sideways, right? And then we get to those anchors and then boom, it shoots up again. So now we're up in the clouds. This is probably gonna come back down like that. It's probably gonna have to find some support on those anchors again. I wouldn't just FOMO into this shit, not gonna lie. You want to find an entry on those anchors. Got a big gap below there. Govern Fool, good to see you in, man. Govern Fool's one of my VIP members. He's been increasing his cash position because he's been just protecting himself against like a black swan, or whatever the markets have in store for us in regards to the treasury bonds and everything. He's definitely thinking from like a multi-year perspective, but he's long on Palladium, man. So what's the ticker for Palladium, Govern Fool? I'll look at it for the community. We'll look at a couple commodities. Oh, what's up, Commodity? Good to see you, man. Man, we got all of our OGs in here, man. It's good to see you guys in here. If you guys, I guess we'll look at some commodities. If you guys want me to look at commodities, we'll look at some gold and okay, let's look up Palladium. Should just be PA here. Dang, I did some crazy anchor analysis on Palladium already a while back. Let's see. Let's look at the April 1st. Okay, so we're under that Q2 still. We would want to see this over our Q2. Currently still having a subpar quarter, but we're gonna zoom in on the smaller time frame, see if hope is manifesting. And then we'll put one at the year to date. Definitely hitting up on there, still under it. So this is, Palladium is relatively cheap right now still. So it's not like Govern Fool is telling you to get some Palladium at some overpriced levels. He's a man who gets things cheap, man. But so we are bearish under the Q2, and we're bearish under the year to date on Palladium. So you got a little bit of volume weighted average price working against you. But I'm curious what you're seeing, bro. I'm curious that it might be this overall uptrend in the money flow that you're seeing on the hourly. Even when we go up to the 6 hour, you see that the RSIs were sufficiently oversold, and the blue waves have come up. Got some good bullish divergence. Contending with what we are contending with wave-wise, so not only with the volume-weighted anchors, but you're getting this kind of like hidden div kind of action where the peaks in the blue wave are higher, right? but the price is lower. So there's some downward pressure on the momentum waves, bearing down on Palladium. Definitely, it's a fair price, right? Palladium's a fair price. It's not going anywhere. Personally, I would want to see it just bouncing up, showing some strength over its year to date, which would pretty much tee it off to come over its quarter two. I want to look at platinum real quick. So let's see here. Platinum is it PL? Platinum futures? Ooh. Okay. All right, let's see. All right, I'm forming some ideas. I'm thinking. This is looking kind of strong. This is really strong. Platinum's killing it. So on the medium term, on the medium term in this video, we could see some drawdown back to the quarter two, right? But look at the overall structure of Platinum. Reminds me of Platinum Mike Perry, bro. I'm like, dude, long on Platinum Mike, long on Platinum. I'm gonna call like Platinum Mike and tell him he should get some Platinum. Because look at the blue waves trending up. Look at the red, the money flow coming back to life. We were sufficiently oversold. And not only are we over the year to date, but we're over the Q2. So Platinum is like a very strong, with a lot of upside still to go. If we came up to the all-time high, that's a 30% pump on a precious commodity. Dude, I'm bullish on Platinum, bro. I think there's some really nice, you could get a nice entry down here around 960, but that is rising up. So there's definitely, when this dips down a little bit, I think that Platinum might be like a really good play. I like this rounding shape, right? It's probably going to do some sort of broader rounding shape like this, I can just smell it. I see the blue waves trending up. I see the money flow coming up. Even the weekly. I like just the way these blue waves look. Look at the RSIs are gaped. There's a reckoning coming. These are going to tighten up and things are going to pop off. The 2 week, your RSIs are coming up. This is a bullish looking 2 week. Like, look at this shit. On the monthly, you just got that big dump, like the big dump of money flow. Looks to be coming back. If we put an anchor at that low, what do we see? We've come over that. So we were definitely experimenting with coming up above that anchor and below it. Currently, we're above the anchor place at that low, so we're overcoming the bearish idea of that low. Slowly but surely. Bitcoin Slut says, love me some FloppingGroper. Man, I love you too. Manbear Pig says, sunset here on the Pacific Northwest. Man, I bet it looks like that, dude. I bet it looks like this. That's awesome, man. Good for you. J.E. says, hey, FG, off topic, but search Yamashita's gold when you have a minute. What is Yamashita's gold, man? Is that the anonymous creator of gold from a million years ago? Is that the Satoshi Nakamoto of gold, bro? Yamashita? The Mamacita? Yamashita's gold. Was there some gold? Okay, so I'm looking it up on my phone. The Yamashita treasure is the name of a treasure trove. Okay, so is this like... Is this like the Southeast Asian version of like Hitler's hideout? Or something like that? Dang, a big treasure trove stolen by the Japanese. That's crazy, bro. Named after the Japanese general Tomoyuki Yamashita, the Tiger of Malaya. J.E. says he was the general of the Imperial Army, but the fall guy, there were other more significant figures. That's cool, man. That's some cool history. What chart do I look at for gold if I want to check? What's the best chart to look at? Gold price. Let's look at, I'll look at copper too. But XAU, this is gold spot. Oh yeah, it was PAX. Yeah, you're right, bro. Nope. Never mind. I'm tripping. What's the ticker for gold? What should I look at to look at gold, bro? We're just going over commodities right now. Why am I looking at Apple? What the hell? I gotta fill out some agreement. What is this shit? It's funny how many charts you guys are getting me to look at. Here we go. Gold futures. Here we go. Just GC. Currently battling with its Q2, needs to show a little bit of more strength on that to get bullish on gold again. A lot of room to the downside on the year to date. It's kind of run up from that year to date. We haven't even tested the year to date. That's a little concerning for gold, not gonna lie. Did my bro just go live? Ooh, my bro's live. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna try and pop in on his live, but we're gonna do a quick giveaway. It's gonna take me like 5 minutes or so. I need your guys' help real quick before I end the stream. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to the NickCipher YouTube channel. I'll put a link in the chat. And go to this interview with me and AJ here. So this was an interview I did with AJ Writes Crypto. Click that link there and just flood it with comments, like it, share it, promote that trading spotlight, get that NickCipher channel pumping. You're gonna do that, and then do one other thing too. The other thing I want you to do is follow the NickCipher Instagram. So if you're watching the stream, go on your Instagram, even if you don't use it, and drop a follow on NickCipher and just like the last few posts. You know what I'm saying? Trying to migrate more of my YouTube following over to Instagram because it's completely impossible to gain a following on Instagram. Like, the algorithm is completely screwed. It's like worse than Twitter. So go ahead and drop some comments. I'm going to see these comments here. I want to see some comments on this NickCipher channel link. Click the link on that I linked in the chat. Comment on that video. And follow the NickCipher Instagram. And after that, join the Discord. You're going to join my Discord and you're going to open a ticket. In the ticket, you're going to write your screen name that you commented with, so that I can verify that it was in fact you. So comment on that AJ Writes Crypto interview, click the Discord, join, open a ticket in the Discord, and just in the ticket write your screen name on YouTube. That way I know which one was you. Hell yeah, I love this shit. This is huge. This is really good for our branding, guys. This makes us look really good. I appreciate that. I don't ask for help very often, but I think the winner of this giveaway, man, I'm feeling generous, I'll just give you $100. How about that? $100 in pure Bitcoin right out of my pocket. We'll do some eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Tickets. Oh, we got the tickets coming in. I want to see more tickets. Make sure you guys join the Discord. Write your screen name. Open a ticket and type your screen name for a chance to win. And then we'll go pop in that CF stream. Hell yeah. And yeah, on the Instagram, I'm just going to be using it to go live. And we're going to be doing our burpees and push-ups live. And then I'm going to download those lives and I'm going to upload them to YouTube. So I got a steady flow state of push-ups and streaming for you guys. That keeps my life simple, man. Hitting all the birds with one stone. Getting all the work done in one go. I love Instagram because it's important that I'm on there because CryptoFace is not on there. I run his Instagram for him, so the entire MC Instagram game is me, and all of our fighters that we sponsor exclusively use Instagram. So it's important that I'm on there and we have a good presence on there. So yeah, follow like that NickCiphergram, follow the CryptoFace Instagram, the MarketCipher Instagram, all that shit, that whole thing. Even if you don't use Gram, that helps us out a lot. But all right, we're gonna pick a winner here. Give you guys a few more seconds to click the Discord link, open a ticket, and write your screen name that you commented on this AJ Writes Crypto interview. And this was a great interview with AJ. He's BitBoy's writer. He's responsible for a lot of things that led to that BitBoy channel's like million follower success. So he's a really sharp kid, has a good motocross like hardcore background. I met him in Miami, and he's got a beautiful girl that he loves, and he's hardworking and definitely deserves all the success. He really deserved this spotlight, man. So these comments really help. All right, let's pick a winner, and then let's go watch that CF stream. All right, let's go with eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by its toe. My mom picks you. All right, it's ticket 0099. Cancel 126. Cancel 126. Let's see if you're in here. Oh, I see you. Cancel says, yo, great ideas here. All love. Cancel, bro. Grats. Grats on the win. I'll send you that $100. Thank you, guys. Hell yeah, bro. Grats, man. Happy for you. For everyone else, I'll be doing giveaways in the future, man. It's a really good way to like get some focused engagement on the videos that I need and migrate my Instagram following and all those things. So it's super worth it for me, man. And for some reason, likes and comments on Instagram just like feels so good, bro. It's like an ego boost, you know, because Instagram is so personal. But it's important for our MC brand that we're on there. So, man. So Kensel, let me write you a little message here. Go ahead and send me your Bitcoin address, Kensel. And that's it for the stream. So thank you guys for joining. Let's go watch that CF stream, and I'll message him and see if I can pop in there too. And man, I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and this is awesome. We got a little MC marathon going on. So cheers, and I'll be back tomorrow for you guys on this channel.